Hey guys, what's going on? I wanted to make a quick video on trying to show people how to level crafting at a pretty quick rate and actually make money at the same time without struggling. A lot of people I've been talking to really don't know how to get going, or they're afraid they'll get bored of it, or it's just going to cost too much money. So I decided I'll make a quick video, or try to make a quick video and show you exactly what to do and where to go. So the first thing you're going to need to do is figure out what craft you actually want to level, like whether it's going to be woodworking or anything like that. So we'll go to woodworking, and that's in Gridania, so that's where you're going to have to go. So we'll go there. And then what you're going to do for leveling these is you're just going to go straight to the levy quest. So wherever you get your craft at, that's where you're going to be able to get your levy quest at too. So woodworking is here, it's right there. And in every adventurers guild is going to be the levy quest giver. But it's only going to be for the jobs in the city where you got the actual job from. So we'll run down here real quick, and I'll show you. So you just go in here, talk to this guy, and you're going to want to go to Tradecraft, and it's going to have 1 through 45. Now the important thing about these is when you click on these, there's going to be the rewards, of course, but what you're mainly looking for is this plate right here for level 1 to 50. And every single one of these levels is going to have that plate. See, here's this plate. You're always looking for the woman helping the old woman, basically. Level 35, there it is. There's another one. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure if that one's going to do it, but definitely this one will. And the value of this is going to be worth 3 turn-ins versus this one's only worth 1 turn-in. Your allowances down here is how many times you can do these. So for every one of these you use, and you click on this, you could turn in 3 of these for the price of 1. And those refill, I believe it's 3 every 12 hours. So yeah, I have 100 because I'm lazy and I never do them. But anyway, so that's where it's going to be. And that's the same in every city. So like if you wanted to do alchemy, you'd go over to Ul'dah. You go get alchemy in Ul'dah, and then you go right here to the Adventurers Guild, and that's where your levy quests are going to be. Alright, so that's 1 through 50. So after that, you're going to go to Foundation. And this one's a little bit different. This is the only different part out of this entire leveling your professions. So when you come in here, you just run right up here. And the reason this is different is because they have like a very large levy quest giver. So you can do the singles like this, same as the other ones. You go in here and you look for the woman. There she is. So that's a triple. Now for these down here, these are going to take 10 of your turns for 1 turn-in. But they also have the woman. So when you do this, it's going to give you a massive amount of XP compared to the other one. And you're going to get to turn it in triple. So basically you'll be able to go from level 50 almost to 60 in 1 turn-in if you do a triple. And you need to be doing high quality on all of these, it's important. High quality is going to double your XP and double your gold and double your rewards, whatever your rewards are. And basically you just do that. And you could just do that maybe once or twice, and you'll be all the way through level 50, almost to 60. So, after that one, you go to Kugani. Kugani starts the 60 to 70. And Kugani's giver is right here. This goes back to the same as 1 through 50. Just go right over here, talk to this guy. Same thing. Go to the trade crafts, look for the woman plate, and that's all you're going to do. And you can go through all these the same way. And the last one we're going to do is Crystarium, which is 70 to 80. Now this one is also different. If it's your first time doing a trade job, as long as you have your quest caught up to this level, you're going to be able to go right up to the Crystalline Mean. And you have two options up here. So, right over here is where your levy quests are going to be. And that's the exact same as it has been. You just go talk to the guy, look for the plate, same old stuff. But right over here, when you first come here, every one of these people is going to have a quest for you. And you can do it at, I believe it's 70 or 72 it starts, and then every 2 levels after that you could do another quest. And they're just going to have you go craft something, or gather, but we're looking at crafting. And you just do it high quality, and they're going to give you a ton of XP, which pretty much get you through these levels from 70 to 80. But if they don't, you can just come right over here, and that's only going to work once because those are in groups. Like if you do, let's say you do blacksmithing, well, if you try to do armor smithing next, that quest isn't going to be there anymore, so you're going to have to come over here anyway. So you just come over here, talk to this guy, same thing, just open it up, tradecraft, look for the woman plate. This one is a different plate, but that is what it is right there. So you don't want any of these. You want this one, and you're going to be able to do a triple turn-in. There's another special secret up here, and it's not really a secret, but this is how people make a lot of money for free. Because you have 100 allowances. If you're not actually using these, they're just going to keep accumulating until you get to 100. So you'll see a lot of people that make they make these files right here. That's a triple turn-in. So you high quality this at level 80, you're not getting XP no more, but you are getting gold. So you double this, you're getting 7,200 plus these crystals every single high quality turn-in, and you get to turn in 3 per turn. So you can do the math on that. But there's one better thing to do, in my opinion, because those files are not going to stack. So if you come over here with this culinary, you can do these biscuits. Now you're not going to get as much gil for these, but they do stack in your inventory. So if you're bored and you have all the mats, you can actually just stand around and make coffee biscuits all day long, and they'll stack up in your bag. And then whenever you got time, you can just come over here and start turning them in. 3 turn-ins per turn right there, and that's 5,400 per turn-in, and you get to do it 3 times per turn, so 1,500 or 15,000. I mean. So that's an easy way to make money. I'm not sure if a lot of people know that. You would think they would. The other thing is that you can also sell these, or the files, or anything else, anything in these lists. You can sell these because people use these to power level themselves because they don't feel like making them. But you will want to make sure that everything you do is high quality, so you get double the rewards. And then another way to actually make money, if you were looking to make money an easy way, is you can go to these levy quest givers, find out like which ones of those plates are the female plate, and then make those high quality items, and you can go put them on the market board. And then by putting them on the market board, people are actually looking for those items. So if you put them on there at a reasonable price, people will come by and they'll just buy them, because sometimes it's easier, you know, or if they have a lot of money, they'll just come right through and buy them rather than make them themselves. However, I would recommend making them yourself, unless you just have a lot of money and you don't have a lot of time. But it's fairly easy to make your own stuff. And you're going to need to practice anyway if you're ever going to make a lot of money by making high quality items. So, the reason I wanted to really make this video is because when 6.0 drops, unless they change it, they are going to be removing the high quality mats for this game. So, if you look down here and you see these high quality items, these are just going to be gone. I mean, you'll get to keep them for as long as you have them, but you're not going to be able to sell them anymore, and you're not going to be able to buy them anymore. And these make crafting a lot easier if you're trying to actually high quality something that's around your level. So using them up or getting them off the board right now is probably a pretty good idea if you're trying to get a craft done before 6.0 drops. Because after it drops, unless they implement some other way to make a high quality item easily, as you're trying to level without a high quality material, that's going to increase your difficulty significantly, unless you're trying to make something pretty easy. But as you're using these levy quest levels, then they're usually kind of tough. I mean, if you're level 52 and you're trying to do a level 52 levy quest, that's like right at your max skill cap. And there's another thing I wanted to show you guys. Now, I didn't use this method, but people do use this method, and I'm not sure how great it is. It seems slower to me. But we're back in Foundation. You click on this, you go to the Firmament. And now this will take you, I'm not sure what level it starts at, but this will take you up very, very high. I think it'll take you all the way to the end, actually. But you go to these collectible appraisers, and she's going to tell you what she wants. So you can click on this, just look at woodworking. And this is what she's going to want right here, all this junk. And you're going to get XP for this, you're also going to get points, and the most important thing is you're going to get scripts. Now, collectability is something totally different. I didn't go over that in this video. You'll get there, I think level 50 in Mordona, they start asking for collectibles. But these scripts right here, they're going to reward you scripts, and you can just run right over here and trade these in, so you'll get paid, plus you'll get the XP. So you'll be leveling and getting stuff to buy and sell. Some of that stuff is worth some money, some of it is kind of garbage. And I'm not going to go over the collectability stuff in here. It's kind of the same, but it's kind of different. And you don't get to do it right from the beginning anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it will matter at some point, because you're going to want better gear. So unless you're making the gear yourself, or you have a friend make your gear for you, I think at level 70, maybe 60, 70, you're going to be able to use your points. And I think 80 also, and you'll be able to get the regular gear. Now they say the regular gear isn't as good as the Estete's gear. I've always had the Estete's gear, so I'm not really sure the comparison, because I didn't have the other gear at the time, so I just had this gear. But I've never had any issues, so you can go about it either way. If you're really broke, I would go with the script method. I'll show you where it's at really quick, and you can look into it when you're bored. This is going to be the level 80 gear. The other places are, they have the gear too, you just got to go to the script exchange. So if you go over here, talk to her, you open up crafters, and then you'll want to go to the level 3 80 white crafter script. And this is going to be all your gear. It's item level 500, it's level 80. And this is the best stuff you can get at 80 without spending any money at all. So, I mean, you can get all this stuff And then you have the collectible appraiser right here. This is how you actually get the white scripts. You make whatever they want right here, the level 81. And then you're basically trying to make it as best as you can. So just like you normally would on a high quality, you're trying to shoot for 100%. Basically, you're trying to shoot for 100% on this. Same stuff. You get experience. So if you're trying to level, this is more experience points if you're not level 80. I mean, you could do this at 72, 74, but you're going to get yellow scripts, which is the 70 gear. So that's pretty much it. It's very simple to level crafting, and if you save the gear, like once you get that gear, you can save it, and actually you can level your other jobs at the same time if you want. But keep in mind that these timers, or wherever they're at here, it's the journal, these are going to only accumulate 3 per 12 hours, so they will run out fairly quick. And if you use the 10 turn in foundation, that's a lot of time, but it will shoot you straight from 50 to 60 after 1 triple turn in, or maybe 2. 2 might actually take you over 60. So I mean, it's kind of good, but it really depends on how hard you're going to grind. I mean, if you're trying to do this in 2 days, you might run out of allowances, but they do repopulate, so it's not a big deal. So just lay out a plan, and if you're gonna buy the 70 gear or 60 gear or 80 gear, just save the gear. That way you can level the other jobs easily without having to re-buy it. And then on the final thing is, I mean, a lot of people do buy the crazy gear as soon as they level. Like they hit 42, they go spend 100,000. They hit 43, they go spend 200,000. You really don't need to do that. I mean, it helps a little bit, but what you're really looking for when you're leveling these is you're trying to find the best main hand and the best secondary. If you can get those high quality, that's going to help you out tremendously. The gear, I mean, it's helpful, but you don't really need to replace gear every level when you're crafting. Just buy a piece of gear at like 40, use it till like 46 or 48, and you could swap it out at 50. Now at the end of every expansion, or the beginning of every expansion, there's a huge curve in item level. So if you're trying to use a level 59 item and you're trying to craft level 61 gear, it's going to be insanely difficult, because the item level is just tremendously different. I don't think I have an example here, but let's see. No, I got rid of all that gear, but it's, you just want to stick with your bracket of game. So if you're in the 60s, get some 60 gear. If you're in 70s, get 70 gear. But like I said, the 60 and 70 gear can all be gotten right here with scripts from doing collectibles. So you really don't have to spend a lot of money. So I guess this about wraps it up for this video. Hopefully it was helpful. You can make a ton of money by crafting. You can save a ton of money by crafting. You can make your own gear, all of it, for every job. The only stuff you can't make is stuff that drops from the bosses. That's it. Everything else you can make. And of course you can't make this. You gotta earn the purple weapons from the Sky Steel factory. But you can make pretty much everything in this game. And if you're leveling a job and you want something special, it's a lot easier just to make it, or have the ability to make it, or actually see how much it costs rather than going to the market board, dropping 1,000,000 gold, and really it only costs like 70,000 to make it. So it's pretty helpful. Hopefully this video taught you something and helped you out. It's super simple to level crafting. I mean, you can even make macros for some of the stuff, so you don't have to constantly work hard. So I'm just going to wrap it up. Hopefully it helped, and I'll see you guys around in the next one. Take it easy.